evening, and welcome to the Jeff and Dan Halloween special. I am your host, Count Dracula, a vampire. Being a vampire really sucks sometimes, a true pain in the neck. So before we get started, I promise to not get too long in the tooth. Tonight will be an amazing collection of live performances done just for you by our friends Jeff and Dan. I'm just trying to avoid a case of heartburn. Does anyone have any water? Oh, thank you. Bite you later. Before I leave for batting practice, where I am neck and neck with Nosferatu, you should know that this show is brought to you live by Jeff and Dan, and visiting them at jeffanddan.com will always allow you to be at the forefront of comedy. So, as your host, Count Dracula, I say good evening. Wait, is this holy water?
Surprise, motherfucker!
Broadcasting live from high atop Stonehead Peak in the Blue Mountain Range overlooking gorgeous downtown Dillsburg, Pennsylvania. It's the Jeff and Dan Show!
Good evening. It's Wednesday. It's 7 o'clock. It's time for the Jeff and Dan Show. I have a few scary stories for you tonight on the Jeff and Dan Show. Scary story number 1. You suddenly awake. Why? Then you hear it again. That sound wasn't normal. You're a bit groggy. Then you realize it is inside your house. You again hear the sound of blood-slurping beast. It must be a beast. You are fully awake now. You grab the baseball bat and head towards the sound. The image of the beast feasting a bloody fresh kill runs through your mind. You get to the kitchen, and as you slowly peek around the corner, eat your daughter drinking the last Monster Brand energy drink. Scary story number 2. Being the last one at work, you notice that things are quieter now that everyone has gone home. As night falls, you see a shadow out of the corner of your eye. You glance, and it moved down the hall. But it was just a shadow. Or was it? You follow it. And as you round the corner, Donald Trump wins re-election for another time for 4 more years by a landslide. Scary story number 3. It is a mid-afternoon, bright and sunny. Then from the east, clouds move in. Quickly, it begins to cloud up to the point where you look like it's a rainstorm. From the distance, you hear the voice of a young lady. Oddly, she is calling softly, calling for help. She is calm, but persistent, like she wants you. You turn your body in the direction where her voice was coming from. You move in that general direction. She is still calling to you, calling to you. As you get closer, it is coming from the mailbox? Can't be. You lift your hand to, and it grab your hand, grab your... Scary story number 4. What the hell was that anyways?
I have no idea.
Scary story number 4. You're downstairs in the basement. You are sweating because you are looking through boxes for an item. And then you hear it. It is indistinguishable. It is coming from upstairs. But you didn't leave a radio or a TV on, did you? No. And the light from upstairs is suddenly flooding downstairs. Time to check it out. You start to ascend up the stairs slowly at first. The sounds become a little more clear. There is slow, dry laughter, like the kind that comes from bad jokes. You go up further now. Your heart begins to race. You start to make out music.
like that made up of a band of 3-year-olds banging on a toy piano and uncoordinated slams on a drum. Further up you go, even more curious. Your heart begins to pound now. Now you can make out 2 distinct voices that sound like nails on a chalkboard. You get to the top. Now you realize that live from your kitchen, it's a Jeff and Dan show!
All right.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Dan. I'm your host of the Jeff and Dan Show. Actually,
I'm Jeff, yeah.
I'm your co-host of the Jeff and Dan Show.
Yeah. I love it when we're not as ready as we thought we were.
Well, that scary voice guy really screwed up one of those really good jokes.
I know. Damn those narrators.
It was probably the best joke out of all 4. Anyways, you're not here for jokes, or are you?
Or are you?
Well, happy Halloween, everybody. It's not very long now before we get into Halloween. It's like a week away today, I think.
Yeah.
A week away today.
Well, pretty much, yeah. Next Tuesday, I think.
So next week you won't be able to do the show, so you're going to have to listen to it later on, like Thursday, because I know everybody in our audience is going to be out trick-or-treating or drinking or just plain stoned and passing out candy.
Or trick-or-drinking. I know that's where I'm going to be, trick-or-drinking. You're going to give me something to drink? No? Fuck you. All right, then I'm going to fuck your house up. Here we go. It'll be like shit toilet paper all over your windows.
Or chunk-or-treat. If they don't give you any treats, throw up all over the damn place.
That's right, exactly.
Chunk-or-treat.
I have officially thrown up.
Halloween's getting hugely, intensely popular these days.
Yes, it is, man.
Yeah,
it is.
I always loved it as a kid, but I never really imagined that it would be gone to the heights it is today.
Yeah.
It's almost comparable to Christmas.
Yeah, in a way it is. Especially in, I guess, I want to say our neck of the woods when it comes to like being in the Northeast. We have a big fascination with Halloween for some reason. I have no idea why.
You think it's in the Northeast, or do you think it's in the U.S.?
I think it's just in the Northeast mostly.
Northeast?
Yeah, because, before I moved up here, 27 years ago, whatever.
You never heard of Halloween?
No, no, we'd heard of Halloween, but I've never heard of a Halloween parade. And that is something that's huge here. It's really, really huge. Like every single town and city has a Halloween parade.
Every place that has a fire company is having a parade.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. Like they come up with reasons. They'd be like, up, old Billy Bob spit on the ground over there. Let's have a fucking parade.
It's the first time he's been up in 2 months. And he's only 2 weeks.
It's a marching band. It's a marching band of spitting bitches. All right. Yeah. So, but that's what I mean. It's like, in Pennsylvania, it's like, you know what? Oh, shit, man. I farted really good earlier today. We need to have a parade. One of those deals.
Yeah, Halloween parade right after Jeff's farting today parade.
Exactly.
They've all been brought to you by...
they've been brought to you by... The preceding portion of the Jeff and Dan Show was brought to you by Hairspray. Because your pubes need to look good, too. All right, so...
Wouldn't that burn?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Oh, you've tried?
Yes, yeah. Try and make them as straight as possible to poke the bitch's eyes out with. I'm sorry I said bitches. That's not good. I shouldn't have said that. That wasn't about my wife. That was about exes.
It's like sucking a cactus.
Dude, that's good. I never thought about that.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
I was trying to blow a porcupine the other day, and don't you dare lose that drink. All right, but anyway,
which Halloween parade is your favorite in this area of the woods?
My favorite is probably the Hanover parade.
Hanover is a big one.
Yeah, it's been going for ever since I lived in Hanover at one point in time. It was going on then. So I mean, it's been like forever.
Do they still have the nearly impossible to walk around attendance? You know what I mean by that?
Yes.
It's just like freaking filled
gorged.
with people.
Yeah, it's sort of gorged. Yeah, there's tons of it, and there's a lot of people, and my wife every year is like, I want to go to the parade, and I'm like, no, I really don't, because too many people, you know what I mean? It's just the point where you're so saturated, your sidewalks are so saturated with people, it's like it's uncomfortable to move.
And then I don't know about you, but I start feeling awkward when weird displays pass by.
Oh, yeah.
And now, Brownie Troop number 455, and it reminds you not to drink and drive.
That's right. Yeah. And they show some kid hanging out of the fucking car with their head blown open. It's like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's some disgusting shit that comes in. And there's, I mean, it's all within fun and stuff like that, but there's some where people don't really plan for it. And they come out and they're riding in the back of just some general pickup truck with a sheet. And they're just like, I'm a ghost, look at me. And on the side is some handwritten shit about their business or company or whatever. And it's like, dude, you should have been thinking about this like all fucking year before you even get here.
What really kills me then is he won first prize for best homemade business decor with sheets.
With white sheets, don't forget that.
And they have tons of categories.
Yeah.
And I guess that's some of the things. That's what I don't like about Halloween. Now, maybe I'm old-fashioned, and maybe it's a little bit non-Christian. But I enjoy Halloween. But the true point, and we discussed this when Roger was here 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Not true. I act like it's... I don't really believe it. How about that?
Okay.
I don't really believe it, but for some reason, I've always thought it's fun to play with skull and bones.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
This is a little bit morbid thing in me. Or, ghosts. I've always been fascinated with the subject of ghosts.
Right.
I want to know what they are.
Exactly.
So I enjoy Halloween. I love Halloween.
Yeah.
And Halloween started out, and according to me, if I was dictator of the world, and I plan on being... Halloween is scary. You can get spiders, ghosts, carve your scary, spooky pumpkin.
Right.
Whatever that's scary, zombies, scary.
Wear your costume, get your house messed up looking. Like people will be like, "Oh wow,
fake blood everywhere."
Yeah, it's like
candles.
A fucking graveyard in your front yard.
Yeah,
but they don't know that you really fucking buried people there.
But do not wear freaking Batman costumes, Wonder Woman costumes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I love Batman. And I used to love Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Until she kicked me out.
They're like, sir, you need to leave the theater now. You've pretty much glued the back of that seat. It's disgusting.
I'm not done yet.
Can you give me a hand? No, we can't do that. Sorry. That's against policy.
I just personally have a problem with princesses during Halloween and cute little kids dressed up as cute little frogs.
Exactly.
Look, if your kid wants to be in Halloween, fine and dandy, but he's going to have to get scared. None of this.
Right.
None of this. I'm probably totally alone.
No. I think you're accurate. I'm kind of I am thinking very much in the same light, but what I'm thinking is every kid that's out there needs to be in something that's scary as shit. You know what I mean? Like
maybe.
Well, no, what I think it is, I think, especially in smaller neighborhoods, they should really kind of have let's outdo ourselves and outdo everybody else. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That kind of thinking when it comes to things like Halloween or Easter or whatever. I mean, how much bigger could your cross in the front yard be? But things like the Halloween, the real feeling of it is to make people scared. That's what it's really, really supposed to be about. And, I mean, I understand they're children, and I understand they're small and they don't quite get it, and I understand they scare rather easily. That doesn't mean you can't make the everything around the child scary, even for parents, but whatever the kid gets to enact with is sort of, or react with, is sort of a little less scary. You know what I mean? But I think the kids should be dressed up like Frankenstein, like Count Dracula, like the Wolfman.
Or you know what? Do a cute little play on that. A pretty little pretty little Frankenstein, Mrs.
Frankenprincess. There you go.
Yeah, Frankenprincess. What was the Bride of Frankenstein?
Yeah.
Does she even have a name?
I don't think she does.
No. Okay.
I don't know. I don't remember seeing the movie, so but.
Oh, bitch!
Fire! Genitals on fire. You whore. But anyway, yeah. So, but no, I totally agree with that. And I think we really need to take Halloween. I'd really love to be in it. Wouldn't it be great to be like in a neighborhood of people who are just like, I gotta make the coolest Halloween display ever?
Well, yes. I think personally, I'd rather put my attention towards some of these nonprofits in all shapes and forms have these little Halloween tours or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some of them are Christian, some of them are veterans, some of them are drinking clubs. And they have all these scary haunted houses, if you will.
Right.
And those are fun to participate in.
Yeah.
The thing with the neighborhood, though, it I guess make a scary display, make it really, really good. But the one people that live down from me that started out really cool have just got too much now.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I think
they now have 10 mannequins in their yard.
Oh wow!
And when I say mannequins, they're all good. They're all high quality zombies. But do you really see 10 spooks?
Right.
In a 20 by 30 patch of yard.
Yeah. And how many people drive by going, oh my God, that scared the fuck out of me. I need my shotgun. Blow them away.
And Christy raised a good point to me. I mean, they have everything, all of its lights now. And some of the thing with spookiness, I don't think they get is light. Don't increase the light.
Yeah, dim the light more.
Dim the light and make it dramatic.
Yeah.
Toss something over it to dull it down.
Yeah, exactly. Make it so that it's a little less noticeable, but at the same time, a little scarier.
Well, they have everything that's lit for Halloween.
Yeah. I had thought about creating an actual device to go around my tree. Basically, what it is it's a ring.
You got a Halloween tree.
No, it's like a ring that you attach to your tree.
Oh, you mean your front tree?
Yeah, my front tree.
Okay.
And then what you do is every so often there's the poles going upward. Okay, so like the way it's built, it looks like it's. Can you imagine like a ring and then a bigger ring around that ring? And that bigger ring around that ring, it might have 6 poles pointed upward.
Okay.
So it's like prong but round.
Okay.
And you put like witches or ghosts or whatever on that, and then you make it so that spins around the tree, and then stops and then goes back the other way.
Mm-hmm.
Now what happens is those prongs that are sticking up, they're a good 2 feet, 3 feet, but if you do it right, you could make it so that they lean. So that way, when it goes in one direction, they all lean back and start going, around that circle. And then when it stops, they lean the other way and then go back around the circle. Dude, it's phenomenal. I have never seen anybody be able to pull it off. But man, if I could just do it, it'd be awesome, man. I promise you, people would be like, that has to be the coolest and creepiest shit I've ever seen in my life. It's like, it's like the people for Christmas. We have a couple of them around here who do the musical displays, okay, which, started out in the early 2000s. Some guy in Ohio decided he was going to... he connects all their lights to the music and, dun, 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 and it's really fucking cool when you're watching
Christmas.
It. Yeah, Christmas. The thing is, I would like to see something like that for Halloween, though. You know what I mean? Just some sort of really eerie but kind of cool display at the same time. And I've never seen anybody pull that off. So that's my Jeff and Dan business proposal for today. Somebody can take that and run with it, hopefully.
Yeah, and don't forget to pay a little bit back.
Yeah, exactly. Pay a little back, yeah. Because if you get successful with it, man, tell them, hey, man, I heard it on the Jeff and Dan show. So, how are you, sir?
I'm good. I'm getting better.
Better.
I was sick last week.
Yeah.
And I'm sick in the head this week, but I'm getting better.
Yeah, good.
I'm great to be back. Glad to be back in the saddle again. But tell you what, let's run a commercial. You got a commercial handy?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
We shall run a commercial. All right, here we go. We'll do we'll do that one.
Sunday. Meet up at the Pennsylvania Convention Lodge and RV Parkatorio. Sunday. Come down for the largest gun show anywhere. Gun show Sunday. Say you've got a neighbor you don't like? Come get some guns. Sunday. That landlord pestering you for rent again? Straight up. Come get a gun. Sunday. That mailman messing with your trailer while you're not home? Get some guns and ammo. Bring your wife. Bring your dog. Bring your guns. Say you got issues with a libtard? Come buy some guns. That D-bag moaning about your president? Give him some lead advice. Love the white after Labor Day? Grab your guns. Grab your shotgun. Gun show Sunday. this weekend at the Pennsylvania Convention Lodge and RV Parkatorium. That's the Pennsylvania Convention Lodge and RV Parkatorium. September 2nd, amendment only. If you've got lead, they gonna be dead.
All right, very cool.
That's September 2nd. You've got 10 months now to ask off.
And hope that's on a weekend or something. That'd be great. So anyway, I got a couple things we can talk about.
Okay.
These are topic starters. They're basically like things to talk about. And this is a really good one, actually, because it has apparently happened without us even realizing it. Whatever happened to waterbeds? They don't sell them anymore. Nobody does.
I'm going to guess a couple of things. Number one, they were inconvenient, so they killed themselves partially anyways.
Yeah.
Or maybe that was what their death knell was. But the other thing is that mattress quality, mattress technology, if I could use that word with non-electronic.
Yeah, yeah.
Mattress technology has gotten so much better now.
Yeah, that's true. It has.
So what's easier, buying a new waterbed and getting permission from your landlord?
Yeah,
and finding a good place. Do you really think one of those things could come crashing down?
I really do. Yeah, I think it's probably happened more than once. I almost guarantee it that, and I know that the flood has actually happened to quite a few people too. The dog got on the bed or something, and jacked their fingernail or a nail into one of the little piece of the hole, or made a big old hole, and all of a sudden it's like it's sprouting like a fucking fountain. You're like, oh shit, you're trying to stop it and it's like splashing you in the face.
What do you do? Get the electronics out.
Yeah, quick.
Well,
yeah.
No, I guess
if you're on the second floor, it's even worse, because now you not only have to contend with the fact it's tearing up the second floor, it's going to go down the steps and mess up the first floor, too. Just be so kind, won't you, Water? Come on down.
Affleck!
If only I had some more money for that thing I'd be able to do, but I need something that could help me with that. Affleck! Okay. Ben Affleck, here he comes.
Damn.
Anyway. So anyway, yeah, that was my question, man. Waterbeds. No, I saw a thing that said the reason why waterbeds have kind of gone by the wayside is mostly because of, like you said at the beginning, they're inconvenient. They're inconvenient to an extent that is unnatural for what you would typically have to do for any other type of bed.
Huh?
You had to run a hose all the way to it in order to fill the damn thing. It was hundreds of gallons of water, which was very inconvenient, especially on your water bill.
Yeah.
It put a massive amount of stress on your floor. And it also, like I said, it would pop. And if it popped, you were just shit out of luck.
You're fudged.
Right. And the other thing that a lot of people didn't realize is waterbeds had to be maintained at a certain temperature. You couldn't let it drop and get cold, because if you did, you'd freeze to death in bed. Nobody knew this until they were like, well, why do you have a heater underneath this waterbed? Because if you let the water drop down too cold, you literally go into hypothermia.
It sucks your heat right out of
Exactly. Yeah, it's like a conduit for the heat.
And I don't know your experiences with waterbeds, but my experiences were everybody telling me, oh, how great you are. You will get such a great sleep from this.
Right.
This is like heaven for 8 hours a day.
Exactly.
And okay, so I tried one. 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And I found that getting into them, first of all, is like a fat whale trying to get out of the ocean.
Yeah, exactly. You could never get any type of traction whatsoever. And if you were on satin sheets, you might as well fucking forget that altogether, because it's like, I know my buddy Bill, he used to have one, and he had satin sheets on it, and it didn't matter what you wore. You could be wearing Velcro for all it mattered, but you would not be able to get off of that bed. It was like, holy shit, and you're like, well, I'm going this way, and you push yourself up, and all of a sudden it's pushing you back, and it's like back and forth over and over. Yeah, it was a pain in the ass.
Yeah, forget that.
Yeah.
Forget that. And I don't mean to be, oh, sure I do. What the hell, I'm not going to lie to anybody anymore. It's not good for sex.
No, not at all. And I had a lot of people tell me, dude, there's nothing better than waterbed sex. And I'm just like, okay.
Wow, have you ever been laid?
You're right, exactly. I've tried waterbed sex, and it's like, you know what? I'd much rather have sex in the ocean. Sand and all salt and everything getting into the crevices and pain. But I'd still rather do that than, watch Twilight again. Anyway.
The best sex on the waterbed is, pretty much just one.
Yeah. It's a singular kind of thing. That's probably what they were talking about.
Sorry. It's the best masturbation you ever had.
That's right. Exactly. It's a one-man show. All right. Hey, I figured out another game that we can play that's actually pretty easy, and I could probably come up with some stuff right now. We actually play it.
Yeah.
But let's talk about this other thing real quick. Do you remember a product called monosodium glutamate?
I remember hearing about it.
Yes, monosodium glutamate was MSG. That's what
MSG,
they called it. They talked about it, and they said there was one letter that was basically sent out in 1968. And somebody sent this letter to somebody important, saying that there could be some causality between MSG and things that might hurt you, like some types of body reactions that are not typical of humans. And that one letter made this giant stigma over MSG. Now, just like trans fats in every place, MSG's been like, everybody's like, oh my God, no.
Gluten?
Yes. Well, yeah, gluten's a great example, yeah. So we're going to find out sometime soon that, maybe it does do this, but not so much as your body's doing it yourself. But yeah, MSG was mostly in Chinese food.
That's what sticks out the whole thing with me, is every Chinese restaurant, no MSG.
Right.
And it was like, okay, I don't even know what the hell you're even telling me that for. But
exactly.
Kung Pao chicken. Can you understand that? Kung Pao chicken number 3.
Yeah. Exactly. So but that's the thing. And as it stood, the federal government looked at MSG and said, there's a possibility that it might be a bad thing. Don't eat it. If you can avoid it, just avoid it. Well, come to find out, they've actually returned, or they've they've overturned that thinking, and now MSG is perfectly fine. People are like, yeah, you can have that. But everybody's so dead set against it now. They're like, oh my God, we can't have MSGs. That's just horrible. And trying to teach people to go against something that they've known pretty much all their life is an impossibility. There's no way to do it until you can create a great movie, that features some hot hunky dude or some Chris Hemsworth or some fucking, Chris Evans, any of those guys, and have them eating MSG and not being an issue, and that's when it'll take
or make a superhero as MSG.
There you go.
MSG begins.
Monosodium guy.
One salt.
So yeah, the game that I was talking about.
Yes.
Have you ever played a game called Would You Rather?
Would you rather?
Would you rather?
Do I have any choices?
Well, you can say yes, I've done it before, or no, I haven't done it before.
Can I have
Can you say that in a sentence?
C? C, I've heard of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
We'll go with that. C, you've heard of it.
I've heard of it.
Okay. But you've never played it.
I don't think so.
Okay, well, let's do it.
I've played a lot of games in my day, but...
Let's do it. This is fun.
Okay.
Basically what it is... Would you rather...
Now?
Yeah, right now. Right this second. Basically, the game is, would you rather do this one thing or do this other thing? There is no outside of that. In other words, you have to pick one. Okay.
One of those.
Right.
Games.
Yes, it's one of those games. But this is interesting because it really tells about the person a little bit more, and I probably could guess a lot of yours. But I will start reading off and let's see what we have. Okay? So
let's hit it.
Here it is, called Would You Rather.
Would you rather?
Would you rather sell all of your possessions or sell one of your organs?
Sell all my possessions.
That's what I would think. Yep, definitely. Would you rather be infamous in history books or be forgotten after your death? Infamous usually is a negative connotation, yeah.
If it's bad, I don't want none of it. Forget me.
Okay, I did not think that, but okay. Would you rather be beautiful, handsome, but stupid, or intelligent but ugly? Intelligent but ugly. That's me, intelligent but ugly. Which would you rather be?
Intelligent.
But ugly?
But fucking ugly.
But fucking ugly.
Yeah, because intelligence, you can learn how to be sexy, which can still be attractive to somebody else. if you're beautiful and dumb, that's all you got is your looks.
Right.
And you're done by 50.
Exactly. And at that point, nobody pays attention to you anymore because it's like, well, I've done enough with your dumb shit. I've had enough of your stupidity. I'm not paying attention to you anymore. Kim Kardashian. Anyway, where would you rather be bald but fit or overweight with a full head of hair? God, I know which one I am.
You know what? I'm going to say overweight with a ton of hair. Because baldness, there's nothing you could do about it.
Well, you can wear a wig or
you could, but everybody's going to know it's a toupee, and then you're going to look fake.
Then there's going to be hell toupee.
And there's this stigma with being bald. I'm not sure why, because it's not really. It's not. I don't look at it as any negative, but somehow, for some reason, there's a stigma with being bald.
There is, yeah.
Particularly with women.
It's so strange, and that's the thing too. If you're bald because you're balding, women take notice a little more. Think about that.
Well, if
you're shaved because you want to be shaved, whether or not you have a full head of hair or you don't, if you're balding, but if you've shaved your head on purpose, women take a better look at that. You look more like Mr. Clean, I think, at that point.
Mr. Clean biker dude.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the really wild part is it's so shallow, that thought, that women don't like bald men. You know, ones that are actually balding. Yeah, but guys that'll shave their heads, oh, no problem. If they're balding or not. You know what I mean? That's what's so weird to me is that there's this shallowness, this shallow nature that makes it that way. So
they're psychological beings, dude.
Yeah, I would agree.
Logical beings.
Unlogical beings. Psycho-unlogical.
No, they're emotional, which, yeah. Men are logical. It's tougher to fool a man. And I really believe this.
Well, if you were picking a woman, would you want her to be balding but fit? Or overweight with a full head of hair? That's a good question. Oh, excuse me. Jesus. He was coming out. Satan was rolling out of my guts.
You know, another thing, too.
That's that.
Technology nowadays, aren't you able to, like, get an operation? Or basically transplant hair? And I don't understand what any of this is.
Yes.
But
follicular transfer.
It sounds like a long, slow process.
Yeah, it takes a little while. Because what they have to do is they have to pull your scalp off your skull first, which is not an easy process, but at the same time, it's not too difficult. And then they start with hair follicles in the back of your head and pull each one out one at a time. It's not a pleasant experience. To be honest, I would much rather just shave my head and not have to worry about it. But I am unfortunately overweight and have a full head of hair.
Well, you could dye it. See, that's why I would pick overweight and a head of hair, because I could always dye it.
Isn't that funny? You should say that, and it applies to both things, being overweight and your hair. You can dye it.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
You were so the presence of the Force was there. All right, let's go to another one. Would you rather be able to be free from junk mail or free from email spam for the rest of your life?
Free from emails. Let me think about this.
Junk mail or email spam?
Let's see. Junk mail every day. Physically got to do it. Doesn't piss me off,
right,
but it is annoying and inconvenient.
Correct.
It clutters my house.
Yes, and the thing is that email actually has the ability to be spammed out. In other words, they can block a lot of the spam. That
and I do use that feature.
Yeah,
but email doesn't really take up much space. Isn't cluttering up really anything.
Right.
No reason to get annoyed about it or pissed off, but I do. Fuckers, how to get my freaking email address?
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't help that your partner in crime goes out and supplies your email address to everybody, but
I think maybe one of the things with email spam versus junk mail is you can go through the mail and easily pick out or you can go to your mail, easily scan through it, pick out what you really want and what you really need,
right,
and discard the rest.
Right.
If you get a lot of spam, like my wife gets a lot, just gets a lot, period. Spam and whatever.
And junk mail.
And junk mail. Yeah. How does she even know what if something important comes along?
Right, exactly. Now, I'll give you a really great example of that. My insurance company, my old insurance company, was very much on top of everything. And whenever I had surgery, they said, we're, you know, you're at that point where you don't have to pay anything anymore. We're going to pay for it. But here's what we need you to do. We need you to, and this is the part I never read. We need you to take this check that we're going to send you for $3,900, go and cash it, and then send it to the company or sign it over to them. In other words, take it to the hospital, give them their money. Basically what it was. My wife and I never read that. And we always got these little, you know, envelopes from my insurance company on a daily basis because, dude, I went to the doctor, to the hospital, all these places for quite a while. And every time she'd get them, she'd be like, oh, God, this shit again. And she'd just throw them away. Little did we know, we threw away 3 checks for $3,900. And it took me a while to realize, oh, shit, you know, I better read this a little bit better just to see. And yeah, come to find out she's been throwing away the checks. So, you know, no big deal. I would have done the same thing too, but you're right. And exactly the point is you don't know whether or not it's something that's, you know, legit or not. And that's why I tend to just open everything. I don't care. If it's junk mail, then it's junk mail. I'll throw it away.
Well, dude, you know what? I'm finding out that most of the mail coming in anymore is, to me, junk.
Right.
And if you want an email account to fill out forms and stuff like that, you could be like me. You have 2.
Right.
My Gmail is for my important stuff.
Right.
And my many Yahoo accounts is for bullshit and giggles.
Yes, it's for cheating. I going to cheat on my Yahoo. She's like, I didn't find your shit on Ashley Madison. I didn't see your Gmail account. That's right, bitch, because I'm using a Yahoo account. Nah, but anyway.
No, but you'll find your credit card.
Thanks for paying for cheating. All right. Would you rather have an unlimited international first class ticket, basically anywhere, anytime, or never have to pay for food at a restaurant?
Never have to pay for food at a restaurant.
My God, wouldn't that be awesome?
Oh, jeez.
Any place, man. You'd be eating the top shit. You know what I mean? Like,
damn right.
Yeah,
damn
exactly.
right.
Every day of the week. They'd be so sick of me. They'd be like, how come you never pay?
Of course. Of course we're having dessert.
What all can I take home in this suitcase? Would you rather see what was behind every closed door or be able to guess the combination of every safe on the first try? So you'd be able to see what's going on behind the door before you went through it.
There's a lot of doors.
Or would you rather go with the safe? Have the combination that cracked every time you tried it for the first time?
I'm going to go with the safe.
Really?
Yeah, it's safer. No, and I mean that.
Yeah.
I mean that. It's just that, what if you see stuff you don't want to see? And with this safe thing, you can turn it off. Yeah, I know it's 31 right, 24 left, and 53 right.
And it's not, but you got it anyway. No, but that's the interesting thing. I would have never thought you would have picked that because that would mean that you'd be able to open up a safe that had somebody else's stuff in it. Would you take it?
No.
Okay. And then it's kind of a useless thing.
Well, here we go.
Yeah.
It depends whether I take it or not, who it really belongs to.
Right.
If it, and maybe this is going to shock the world, but if it belonged to some mega corporation,
oh yeah,
nowadays I would have a hard time saying no.
Yeah.
I probably would say no. If it was the government,
I don't know. I wouldn't. I think I would. Yeah.
I would simply set up my friend and tell him what the combination is, and as soon as he is done, I would say, Jeff, now give me $500, and I won't tell nobody.
Keep me afloat with $500,000. We're good.
But, I guess maybe I still would be honest. But, and I would still use that for financial gain, the safe thing.
Yeah.
But behind doors, you could see behind every closed door.
Yeah.
There'd be some times where you would be forced to act and you don't want to.
Right.
And this is just a scenario. Maybe it's no, that's a horrible scenario. Let's just say, I can't even think of a good scenario except my original one. Yeah. What if you saw a kid getting smacked around?
Yeah.
All right, there you go.
Or a wife getting hit.
Right. You'd have to act.
Yeah.
Or it would haunt you.
You would feel compelled. Yeah, definitely. I was actually thinking when you said about the safe thing and I told you that you couldn't, that would be almost like a useless thing. It'd be like I'd be like, I'm a superhero. Well, what's your superpower? I can fart when you say the. What the? Well, you're aboard. Come on. Yeah, I think that would be pretty good. Would you rather? This is a difficult one right here. I think it's a difficult one anyway. Would you rather never be able to eat meat or never be able to eat vegetables? That one's tough.
That sure is.
Because vegetables are actually in a whole lot more shit than you think.
Yeah.
So, and meat is just meat, you know. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm a meatitarian by heart, but still, I don't think I could ever just go without eating some type of vegetables.
Well, that, and we simply can't live on just protein.
Right.
We need carbs.
Exactly.
Not as many as what we put into our bodies.
We
still need them.
We need vitamins. That's the thing, and meat doesn't supply a whole lot of vitamins.
You could live without meat. I don't think you could live very healthy without vegetables.
Yeah, I agree, but it's still just a very tough answer.
Man, a poor chicken that would walk past me, I'd be just drooling. It'd be an explosion of chickens and cows.
Yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't eat them anymore.
I'd like those little fucking tree huggers that come up to us and be like, hey man, you know what, dude? Like, it's totally your problem that we're having this global warming stuff because, man, there's so many cows out there and they're all farting and making CO2. What are you doing about it? I was like, well, I'm eating the fucking cows. What? What do you want? You know? Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm doing about it.
What's that?
This methane, if you smoke it or if you suck it in, it gets you high.
Oh, yeah.
I'm the Earth's filter,
That's
buddy.
Right.
You can call me Earth Liver.
I am Mr. Butt. Like a cigarette butt, but I butt everything else. You know, I'm a filter.
Man, you gonna eat cow pie?
Would you rather give up watching TV or movies for a year or give up playing games for a year? Now, this one probably doesn't do much for us.
Games meaning...
Like video games.
Any kind of game?
Yeah, make it game. Yeah, because they don't say video games. Let's make any kind of game. Like these games. You wouldn't even be able to play this for a year.
I think I'd have to give up TV and movies.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that.
However, man, I miss sports.
Yeah. You'd become the Joker. Riddle me this, riddle me that. Why is it I'm so damn fat? I don't know. You eat before bed? I don't know.
A bowl of cereal, a bowl or two.
2 bowls in the morning. Only one of those has cereal in it. All right. Oh, this is a good one. This one's a really good one. Would you rather have super sensitive taste or super sensitive hearing?
Super sensitive hearing.
Really?
However, super sensitive taste could go a long way.
I feel like I would be hurt a lot more if I had super sensitive hearing.
Hurt? Like it would physically hurt you?
Yeah.
Think physically about it. Or mentally?
Imagine this. Imagine you're out someplace and you had super sensitive hearing and all of a sudden somebody blew a tire. Imagine how bad that would be in your head. You know what I mean? It's like, and you're just like, oh my God. And then you're like, I'm screaming, stop fucking screaming, it's killing me.
That's why cats jump 3 feet
exactly.
in the air.
Whenever they hear something. Exactly.
However, that is cool.
Yeah.
The shit my cat hears.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. I mean, he could be sleeping in 2 rooms away or upstairs.
Yeah.
And I just rattle a piece of paper with food. And I'm sure your dog and cat's the same way.
Yeah, definitely.
You just make a tiny little bit of noise they associate with food.
Yeah.
They are there.
Yeah, that's kind of like what mine does. Definitely my dogs like that. My cats just don't seem to really give a shit. They're just sort of like, whatever.
But how I know there has to be numerous possibilities how sensitive taste could help you.
Yeah.
Am I to assume that with your sensitive tastes that you can lick something and not die from it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, it has antifreeze with sugar.
Ethylene glycol. Yeah. My throat is falling. I can't breathe. No. Yeah. I think that would be it. But I was thinking more along the lines of sensitive taste, as in, you know, oh my God, this is like, you know how when you're stoned and you haven't had anything to eat all day, Gucci. And you're kind of like, God damn, this cracker's fucking awesome. Yeah. Best fucking Ritz cracker.
Oh, man, that reminds me of the time I was in the hospital. Yeah. And I couldn't eat for like almost a week.
Oh, yeah.
And then when I finally got a meal, that meal was so good. Yes. It was the best chicken sandwich and mashed potatoes I ever had in my life. Geez. There was none better.
Yeah, that sucks because you know it was shitty. You're probably looking at it now going... Well,
it was hospital food. So,
yeah.
They've gotten better over the years, but it's still hospital food.
Exactly. Still institutionalized, still made all the same way. I mean, to the point where you have to add salt in order to make it taste like something. Probably like salt, but, you know, still.
And you don't see doctors walking around with this tray of food,
exactly. Do you? They're smart enough to go out and eat their unlimited freaking food. All right. Would you rather be a practicing doctor or a medical researcher? In other words, you're a guy who's talking to the crowd or not talking to the crowd. You're meeting with people or not meeting with people.
I think I could help people better if I was a doctor.
Practicing doctor?
Yeah, I think I could help people better if I had a license to be a practical doctor.
Well, yeah, that too. I think they were kind of implying that.
Oh,
but I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think I could be the doctor.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I would get too tempted to be like, oh, we're going to have to give you a breast exam. But I'm 82. I'm sorry, man. We still have to give you a breast exam. You know, one of those deals.
You know, you're a doctor. Like me, I'm a doctor, and sometimes people just piss me off.
Yeah.
You know what? Fuck it. Get out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't care what you got. Get out.
That's right.
Get these tissues that are all over your face.
Wipe up the crap that's between your legs and get the fuck off my bed.
But, you know, come think about it. Doctors put up with a lot of shit, and they overlook it. And
right.
They just keep coming back for more.
Roll with the punches. Yeah. You got it. This is the only way you can be. I couldn't imagine if you were going to be a doctor and somebody was like, you know, every single person that you're going to have is going to be so kind and friendly, because they're not. Almost all of them are going to be mad because they're fucked up in some way or another. Unless it's one of those ones, and I'm pretty sure that doctors know this, where it's like, oh, he's just here for his physical. Oh, thank God. You know what I mean? Like, it's like the yearly physical. Oh, that's great. Okay, bend over.
You know what? They're human too.
Right.
They have patients they don't want to see, but again, they bite the bullet and go in and see it.
Exactly.
And I'm almost positive that they all talk amongst each other, and in particularly the doctor's office itself. They all, like when you have 2 or 3 doctors, you figure you have 3 or 4 staff for each doctor, so you have an office of 12.
Yeah.
One patient comes in with a huge boil on his ass.
Yeah.
And gets it lanced.
Lance, yeah.
He's in there screaming and sweating, and blood and pus is gushing. You mean to tell me that doctor and that nurse didn't share that with all their other cohorts?
They're friendly nurses and doctors. I'm pretty much guaranteeing it, but I know they probably know that if they were nearby and heard the guy yelling, he's getting it lanced.
Or do you think that, okay, you found something out about a patient, like you know the lady that played Kevin's mom on Home Alone?
Yeah.
She was also in Beetlejuice?
Yes.
Beetlejuice?
Yes.
She has a medical condition where all her organs are flipped.
Oh, yeah.
Where the liver is supposed to be on the right,
yeah,
hers is on the left.
Yeah.
And vice versa.
Right.
All of them.
Yeah.
Her right tit is actually on her left tit.
Her right thumb is her left thumb.
I'm just kidding. Yeah. And as far as I know, she's totally normal.
Yeah.
But being somebody in the medical field, do you think you would be like, that's pretty interesting. I wonder what else is in this chart.
Yeah.
And just keep reading that chart. Because my chart at my doctor is like dictionary thick now.
Yeah.
It's like, I know you guys could find hours of entertainment reading through that stuff.
Exactly. I know mine, they'll probably be like fat ass, smoking fat ass, that vaping fat ass. It's like, oh yeah, damn, man. I guess you're trying to tell me I should lose weight. No, fat ass, we're not telling you that at all. I enjoy writing it. Yeah. You'd eat a pork sandwich out of a dirty ashtray, wouldn't you? Yes, I would.
What kind of sauce does it have on it?
If you had a chance to eat a fucking pork sandwich out of a dirty, stinking ashtray, what kind of drink would you want, Jeff? Something to wash that shit down with, please.
Green Monster.
Yeah, exactly. That could be hyper, you know. Would you rather never be able to drink soda like Coke again, or only be able to drink soda and nothing else?
From a health standpoint, I got to go with never drink soda again. Yeah. That's actually one of my weaknesses.
Yeah, mine too.
Because I could just drink soda all day.
Yeah.
I could drink sugary beverages all day.
Yeah.
Except I do like coffee.
Yeah.
So I would drink coffee in between the sugary beverages. But sugary beverages is one of the reasons why I have a belly.
Yeah. Yeah,
and I have to limit myself to 3 a day.
Yeah.
And I am craving 4, 5, and 6 some days.
Yeah.
I'm thinking,
no, yeah.
You know, I have one in the morning, one for lunch, and then one for late supper.
Yeah.
And in between, I'm craving them all the time. But from a health point, I'd have to give them up.
Yeah.
But do you remember that back in the day, we could I know you didn't drink iced tea, but I could drink a gallon in a day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Of iced tea.
A lot of people. Yeah.
Or a 2-liter bottle of soda.
Right. That was me.
In half a day.
Yeah. Yeah. 2, maybe 3 2 liters a day. Yeah. It was crazy. I know. And that was when it was like 79 cents a 2 liter. And
yeah.
Hammered that shit all the way.
It was 99 cents for years. What happened? Clinton got in office. No, I don't know. What seriously did happen? 2-liter bottle of Pepsi was 99 cents for years.
Yeah. Well, they had, of course, had to go up, in price somewhat. Most of the time now you'd find them for well under $2, but there's a lot of times where if it's completely off sale, it's $1.99 if you want to buy one, which is like really expensive. But at the same time, if you really take a look at what you're getting, which a lot of people don't, if you buy a 16.9 or 20 ounce beverage, it's freaking $1.79 if you buy it. If you buy a 1 liter, it's usually like $2.29 or something like that now. If you buy a regular 2 liter, and even if it isn't on sale, it's still $2, and which is like twice what you'd get a 1 liter. So I mean, it's just convenience, I guess. A lot of the times, it's what you're paying for is just the convenience.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times, it's not even what I want. You know what I mean? It's like I don't want the convenience of a 20 ounce. I want the convenience of a 2 liter that's ice cold. Nobody carries that shit.
No.
So, yeah, so it's like, so if I buy a 2 liter, it's going to suck because it's really, really super warm.
Do you think Sheetz carries them cold in their little soda cave?
There's a couple of them that do, yeah. Yeah, if you go to one, well, actually, I've actually seen the ones on the door where, like, you can go up to the door and pull 2 liters out from right there. So, yeah, I know it happens, but Sheetz is the only place that does it. And, yeah, I don't shop at Sheetz too often. Yeah. So, yeah, it's one of those deals.
I do to stay up with them.
Yeah.
They're an amazing company. Anyways.
So anyway, let's go with this next one. Would you rather know the history of every object you touched or be able to talk to animals?
Oh, that's easy. Talk to animals.
Really?
Absolutely.
I'd love to be able to know the history of everything I touched. Damn, girl, you've been fucking a lot of people. Oh, man, and you had coochies? What the fuck is that, man? Coochies. Oh, no. Yeah.
Well, let's see. This feminine toy that I got from my wife was practiced by somebody in 2 dudes in a plant in China.
These 2 dudes put some in their ass. That's not brown lubrication. Smells like rice.
What you have for dinner?
Would you rather constantly have constantly dry eyes or a constantly runny nose?
Dry eye. Well,
you know what that's like. We know what it's like to have red eyes a lot.
Dry. Is that the only symptom for dry eyes? Is redness?
Yeah.
Or is it that heavy feeling?
No, the heavy feeling is blood pressure change. Usually, like, you feel like your eyes are like, are you talking about your eyelids or are you talking about your eyeballs? Because if it's one of those things where it's like this and you're like trying to get your eyes to stay open, it's more likely because you're sleepy. But if it's not, and you're talking about where your eyes just feel like they're kind of heavier, it's the blood pressure change. And it's usually down, I think. You got lower blood pressure at that point. The ones where it feels like something's pushing from behind your eye, That's high blood pressure. Yeah, exactly. Walk around, the shit's on my cheek. Why do I keep seeing my balls? What the fuck is going on? All right, so would you rather be a famous director or a famous actor? That's a good one. That's a good one.
I think maybe... I'll say director.
Really? I went with actor.
Actor, you're limited because you're being told what to do. I mean, you have freedom in that scope.
Right.
And you are the star.
Right. But that's the thing. Most actors go on to become directors, not vice versa.
And why do they do that?
No, because they don't want to act anymore, or they want to get into directing. They're like, I could have made this movie much better than you did, you know.
Right. They have the whole freedom to control the main actor, all the other little actors.
Yeah.
The actresses.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, they get to control everything. But that's what I'm saying, though. If it's a situation where you're an actor and you're making a movie and Ron Howard's your director and you make $1 billion, you know, the movie makes a shit ton of money and all of a sudden you're this super huge dude, you can then say what you want to do.
Wait a minute. I want to redo my answer, but I need a piece of information.
Okay.
Who gets more pussy, Brad Pitt or Harvey Weinstein?
Oh, is it forced pussy? It's Star Wars pussy. It was forced to be there. Yeah. That's horrible. It's horrible. No, yeah, I'm talking about, Brad Pitt. It'd have to be Brad Pitt.
It would be better for Brad because it's all given instead of taken.
Yeah, exactly. So, everything's thrown at you.
Yeah.
If not, you can always grab them by the pussy. Because they like that. They like it when you do that. All right. Would you rather have to read aloud every word you read or sing everything you say out loud? So in other words, if you were reading a book, you'd have to say it all out loud.
That, and I'd be like reading a text in a movie theater.
Right, exactly.
Come home, honey. I need to feel...
Yeah, I need to feel the love of a man. She'd send back a text, so do I. Yeah. Or would you rather sing everything you say out loud?
I think maybe I'm going to have to sing everything I say out loud.
All right. Sing song. Love it. All right, let's do a couple more here. We got a couple more. Let's do, would you rather have a completely automated house or a self-driving car?
Oh, completely automated house.
Wait, right? Yeah. Exactly. Because then at least you know how to have a house.
Yeah.
You know, I have a car. I don't have to worry about it driving itself.
It's I have a car. It's a totally self-automated car. It took off. I haven't seen it in 32 days. It ran away.
It was like you mistreated us. We're leaving.
Wouldn't change my oil.
Oh, this is one. This was the paradox. I forgot about this. There's actually a paradox out there about this. I forgot who came up with it. I believe it's like Socrates that came up with it. Somebody did. Some philosopher came up with this. Would you rather kill one innocent person or 5 people who committed minor crimes?
What?
It's a hard one to do. Right, exactly. Here's how the original one goes. If you're traveling, it couldn't have been Socrates because there were no trains when Socrates was around, but if you're traveling on a train, okay, and up ahead you see one man on the tracks. He cannot hear you. He cannot see you coming on the train. You know, I came on the train a lot. Mm-hmm. But he can't tell that you're going in that direction and that you can hit him, and if you hit him, you will kill him, okay? You're going fast enough, trust me. But then on the other hand, there is... Oh, no, I'm sorry. I read this backwards. Let's try this again. You're going down a track. You look ahead. There's 5 men on the track. They can't hear you. They can't see you. They can't see that you're getting ready to hit them. When you hit them, you will kill all 5 of them. Okay? Or take go around it, like you change the tracks, and the tracks will allow you to go around those 5 men. But now you're going to kill one guy. What do? You can't stop the train, and you will have to kill somebody in both scenarios.
I'll pick the lesser of 2 evils.
The 1 instead of the 5.
I'm voting for Trump.
All right. It's his bus coming down the road. No, but yeah, that's kind of what I picked too. I picked the one guy because it's easier to forgive yourself over one death than it is for 5. But then they said about throwing in variables, like if the one guy you knew, let's say it was Pops, and he was over there on that track, and the other 5 guys were guys you didn't even know, would it change your mind? And if it did,
who's the guy I know?
Pops. Let's just say, just somebody. You know what I mean? Somebody that you know, not me, but yeah, somebody that you have morally kind of said to yourself, you know, not a type of person you take a bullet for. You know what I mean? A person that would be like, you know, you might push them out of the way of them getting hurt, but you know, maybe. But not, you know, you don't hate them. You don't. You're like more like an acquaintance or a person that you just kind of know.
So they probably don't. I probably don't have a life insurance policy with them.
Correct.
Take them out. No, take. Well, that is a hard one. Mm-hmm. Again, waste 5 or waste 1.
Right. Exactly.
Waste 5 guys you don't even know.
Right. What makes it even harder, and I hate when they do this shit too, because they keep piling on stuff on top of you. But that one guy, you know, he has 2 kids. And they rely on him to be working and alive.
Well, so do these ones.
You don't know that, though.
Oh.
Well,
I bet they do.
Yeah.
Odds say.
I'm pretty sure that, yeah, more than likely they have some kids, too, but you don't know that. They could all just be 5, you know.
Healthy, normal children, whereas this guy over here by himself has 2 special needs children.
Right, it could be that, you know. But that's the thing with that test. It's not really a test. There's no correct answer. Let's just put it that way. But the one thing that they keep doing is piling on moral stability, moral values and fiber, and saying, you know, this guy, you know him, and this guy, you know him, and he has 2 kids, and you know him, and he has 2 kids and a wife, and you know him, and he has 2 kids and a wife and a house that he needs to take care of. See what I'm saying? So it's like they keep piling on shit over here to see whether or not it's going to veer you or, you know what I mean, which way you're going.
Flip a coin already.
He's dead. Let's try that again. Dead again, fuck. Oh, son of a bitch. 3 out of 5. All right, so that's actually, it's a conundrum kind of question. Okay, so would you rather be held... Oh, this is a good one. Would you rather be held in high regard by your parents or your friends? Ooh, hey.
My parents.
I think so, too. Friends forgive that kind of shit. They do.
You're right. There's 2 things that I cannot tell my mom, and I'm not going to disclose it here because I know people will run and tell my mom.
Exactly.
That I just can't tell her that I can tell anybody else.
Yes.
So, I think I would. Well, and that's exactly what I do. I protect myself from my parents.
I think you protect your parents from you too.
Okay.
By not telling them certain things, you pretty much are protecting the fact that they don't know those things. And it's not a bad thing, dude. Everybody wants their parents to be proud of them. You know what I mean? It's right. Pride. And if you're going to stand in high moral or high regard to them, you end up keeping stuff from them that's going to make them think otherwise. I do the same thing. I don't go telling my mom, like, I got this show called The Jeff and Dan Show. Actually, my mom would love this show. But anyway.
I wrote a book.
No.
Yep. What do you mean, no? You co-authored it.
Oh, that one. Okay.
You put it...
I put it together.
You did?
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Really?
Anyways, I wrote that book.
Yeah.
And my brother Dave, who... how can I explain this? My brother Dave does not share my mom cursed at her.
Okay.
And he wrote to my mom cursed at her and said, the book was great. The book was about this, page that, page this, page that. Oh, and my mom called me. What is he talking about?
I have no idea.
I've never showed her the book. That's just Dave being drunk.
Just put it out there for him. Exactly. All right, here we go. And this is the last one, I promise. This will be the last one. This one's going to be a tough one for you, I'm pretty sure.
All right, give me a tough one.
Would you rather be reincarnated as a fly or just cease to exist after you die? Reincarnated as a fly, or just cease to exist after you die. Because if you think about it, what that basically is saying is if you can be reincarnated, you're going to come back as a fly, and then 7 days when you die as a fly, you're going to be reincarnated as something else.
Or a fly.
Yeah, or another fly, yeah. More than likely not if you went from a human to fly, I'm pretty sure. Where's the next step? Tick! I want to go suck some blood.
Can I get out of the parasite fucking... I don't know. Be a shit eater or just have nothing.
Right.
Be nothing.
Yeah.
Of nothing.
Right. Be nowhere. Be.
What kind of sauce is on the shit?
What kind of sauce would you like on your shit?
I think maybe, well, you know what? If I'm a fly, I'm not going to care.
No.
That shit's going to taste pretty good.
Yeah, exactly. And then you're going to find even more shit that you're going to want to get around, and then you're going to want to fuck. Because that's what flies do. They look for the dirtiest, most disgusting shit, and then just bang away.
I think I'll be a fly.
Sex and food? Fucking A, let's do it. All right.
Sex and food or nothing.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. All right, very cool. So that's that, man. That is, that's our new little fun little game that we have.
What's the name of that game?
The name of that game is Which Would You Rather?
Which would you rather? We're going to have to come up with a nice little
thing for that one. Yes, a thing for that.
Well, I'm not. I'm great at it. Like when I was an OBGYN. Well, I got the results of your ultrasound, and I got some news for you.
Wait. We don't want to know if it's a boy or a girl.
Oh, okay. Well, it's not breathing.
That is terrible.
Special kind of hell. Yeah.
God, I wish I could get tickets to that show.
He wants tickets to our show. You can get tickets to our show. Just go to jeffanddan.com and check it out for them. Just look for the word tickets. You're going to be there for a little while, but hey, at least it was fun.
Just keep refreshing.
That's right, exactly.
And by the way, if you would like to be on our show, we do have guests, and we do love having guests.
That's right.
And we are trying to have at least one monthly guest on now per month.
Yes.
1 monthly per month.
1 monthly per month.
Two dead, found dead.
Exactly.
And if you would like to be the guest, we would love to have you. So please drop us a line at Jeff. What's our email address?
It's jeffanddan at jeffanddan.com.
That is very simple and easy to remember.
Yes.
Jeffanddan at jeffanddan.com.
You got it.
Please, if you want to be on the show, we put out a lovely buffet for our guests.
Yes, a lovely buffet, lots of drink.
And guests of the Jeff and Dan Show stay at the Waldorf Hysteria.
I can't fucking stand it here. It's driving me nuts. I'm going to fucking go and kill somebody. Exactly. Welcome to the 4th floor. Right. So, yeah, definitely, man. We are definitely interested in having some people. So if you are in the South Central Pennsylvania area and would like to be a part of the show, just drop us a line at jeffanddan.com. You can actually go to jeffanddan.com and send us in our contact button, contact buzz. You can go ahead and click on that, and it'll give you an opportunity to send us an email that way too. So,
and please do, if you're feeling like you want to, please do. We would love to have you.
Let's do it. All right, very good. I think I have maybe one more thing, but I can wait until after you got something you wanted to do.
It don't matter. You want to do mine or you want to do yours?
I think just yell mine out here real quick. I think I'm going to create a T-shirt for the show. It's going to say right on the front, "Allergic to penis." That's right. Learn it. I'm going to make it look like it's one of those bands you put around your wrist that says you're allergic to penicillin. It's just going to say "Allergic to penis." That's right.
Oh my God! Don't get that thing near him.
You better back up, John. Oh my God, he doesn't like the dick like we do.
If he even sees the penis.
That's right. Exactly. So. Yes, and I thought that one to go with that real well would be like a great chiropractor commercial that you hear on the radio. Boom, 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 boom. Rectum pressure. Boom, 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 boom. Rectum pressure. That's right. Visit Dr. Jeff and Dan.
The brains are on the floor.
Don't go into that high part, man. Promise you, don't want to go into that high part. I want to be high, but not that part. Anyway, what do you got, man?
I have a little game. Speaking of games, my little game is called the Halloween Movie Guessing Game.
Oh, cool.
Where I play a clip from a movie. You tell me what the movie was.
Okay.
Or is.
Okay.
Or will be.
Or will be.
That's right.
All right.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Give up?
Boys and girls of every age, wouldn't you like to see something strange?
Nightmare Before Christmas. It's themed on Halloween.
Oh, we were looking for the Nightmare Before Christmas.
That's what I said.
Oh. That was pretty good. You ready for the next one?
Sure.
This is an easy one.
Okay.
You should already have gotten it.
Oh, wow.
I'm glad you came back, Sally. Let's just sit here in this pumpkin patch.
Oh, Charlie Brown. The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. Yes. I couldn't get it by that beginning part. That's weird.
If you try to hold my hand, I'll slug you.
Try to hold my hand, I'll slug you.
Okay, here's Halloween movie guessing game, movie number 3.
Okay.
Do you want to die, Sydney? Your mother sure didn't.
Fuck you, you creep.
All right, scream. Do you want to die, Sydney?
I'm sorry, I'm sitting here watching Scream while my audience is waiting for me to do something.
What are you doing, Sydney? I'm making popcorn. That sounds great. Can I come over? I don't even know you. Okay, next one.
Halloween movie guessing game, movie number 4. This is an easy one.
Okay. Oh, Beetlejuice.
Having trouble with a liver? You tired of having your home buddy violated? You want to get rid of them pesky living critters once and for all? Well, come on down and see me, folks, because I'm the after-night's leading bioexorcist. Yes, sir. Come on down here, and I want to tell you, I'll do anything.
Great movie.
I'll scare them real bad. The point is, folks, I'm going to do anything to get your business. Hell, I'll possess myself if I gotta. Whoa! Yo, I got demons running all through me. All through me. Come on down here and see it. And hey, Jack, now, you get a free demon possession with every exorcism. Now, you can't beat that, can you? Now, bring a little parts down here. Hell, we got plenty of snakes and lizards for them to play with. There's no problem with that at all. So, say it once, say it twice, third time's a charm. And remember, I'll eat anything you want me to eat. I'll swallow anything you want me to swallow. So come on down now. Chew on a dog.
Beetlejuice is correct.
Yes, that's fun.
Who was Lila Lily? What was her name in the movie? You know who I mean? The little goth girl.
Winona Ryder.
Winona Ryder. That was Winona Ryder.
Yes.
Was that the one that got busted for shoplifting?
Yes. Yes. That same woman. Yeah.
She is adorable in that movie.
In that movie, yeah, she is. And it's weird because she's goth, and it's like.
Yeah, and I am totally not goth, but she is just like adorable.
Yeah.
Like, grab those little cheeks.
Oh, you're so cute. Suck my dick.
Halloween movie guessing game number 5.
Home cooking! There's nothing like it in the world.
May I have the salt?
The Addams Family.
What do we say?
Now.
Addams Family is correct.
I like that one. I love that movie. I love the second one too. Is that he has my father's eyes. Gomez, get those out of his mouth. Yeah.
Ma'am, can you tell us where you got the world's tiniest bow tie?
Came with the shirt.
Ghostbusters.
Somebody really doesn't want us getting in that door.
Can you tell us what it's like to walk around in those shoes all day?
Yeah, the new Ghostbusters.
All right.
That was very good.
Not even funny. It just sounded like that was trying to be funny, but it wasn't funny.
Well,
you get that real small bow tie. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go. You ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm missing one.
Oh shit.
Has it ever occurred to you what would happen to my future if I were to fail to live up to my responsibilities? Has it ever occurred to you? Has it?
Stay away from me.
Why?
I just want to go back to my room.
Why?
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I'm very confused.
No.
Yeah.
I just...
No.
The freaking's over.
Just listen.
You've had your whole fucking life to think
Oh.
things over.
Oh.
What's a few minutes more gonna do you now?
The Shining.
The Shining is correct.
Here's Johnny.
Don't hurt me.
I'm not gonna hurt you.
Stay away from me.
Wendy.
Stay away.
Darling. Light of my life. I'm not gonna hurt you. You didn't let me finish my sentence. I said, I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna bash your brains.
Fucking brains.
I'm gonna bash them right the fuck in.
Stay away from me. Don't hurt me.
I'm not gonna hurt you.
Stay away from me. Stay away. Please.
Stop swinging the bat.
Stay away.
Love how he gets all
Put the
serious.
bat down, Wendy.
Stop it.
Wendy, give me the bat.
Give me the fucking bat.
Give me the bat.
Stop it.
Give me the bat.
Stay away.
Stop swinging the bat.
Please stop.
Give me the bat.
Stay away.
Wendy. Give me the bat. Give me the bat. Ah, God damn.
Okay, that's it. He's dead.
Yeah, he's gone crazy.
Yeah, that movie I cannot watch alone.
Yeah.
Or at night.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy.
And you know what? Would you say that's... No, I guess that's not the birth of horror movies. I guess the birth of horror movies was that one from 1968, which The Night of the Living Dead.
The Night of the Living Dan.
It's me!
Wah. Yeah, that was kind of, but no, not really. The birth of the horror movie happened in the 1950s.
With what?
Well, you had Invasion of the Body Snatchers, The Blob, War of the Worlds, all those. Kind of, War of the Worlds was supposed to be more sci-fi-ish, but...
Yeah, that's true. Well, sci-fi and horror sometimes have a thin line between them.
Yeah.
So.
The one thing that's always bothered me, like psychologically bothered me, and there's not a lot of horror movies that have done so, but the ones that have always gotten me have always been those ones where they sucked a person through a hole that was way smaller than they are. Like Aliens, the end of Aliens. They're on the escape craft and they're flying away, and the alien comes out and she shoots at him or something and blows a hole in the side of the craft, and then it gets sucked up against the wall, and then it gets sucked through that small hole. Another great example is the remake of The Blob, like the one that was, I think it was in the 80s. It had Matt Dillon in it and a bunch of other famous people. There's a scene where they go to reach down into the drain of a sink, and they're reaching in there and it got something, and all of a sudden they start getting pulled, and then all of a sudden you see them getting sucked through this fucking... pulls their whole body in.
Sheriff gets pulled in.
Yeah.
Oh, the coolest part of that movie is whenever the blob lands on the telephone booth, which you don't have anymore.
Right.
You don't have telephone booths anymore.
Exactly.
And then the blob is coming down.
Yeah.
And then you see parts of the sheriff.
Yeah, like his mouth opens wide up and his eyeballs are hanging out and shit. Yeah, it's pretty wild. Yeah. That was good stuff. That's good stuff. And that one's always gotten me, though. There's always... usually pretty decent horror movies at least have that happen one time, where something gets sucked through a hole that's a little too small for that person, and you see them get folded up like a fucking like a piñata. Wait a minute, no, that's not right. You don't fold a piñata.
Well,
you could.
You could.
You could. All the little Mexicans might be mad, but your candy's going to be a lot weirder. Anyway, yeah. So, all right, you got one more?
Nope, that's the end of my Halloween movie guessing game.
That was it, the Halloween movie guessing game.
That was the Halloween. Maybe we could do it next week, because next week is Halloween.
Yes, we could do that too. Definitely. Definitely. So I had some other stuff. Let me take a look here real quick.
Yeah, see what else we got.
Let's go see. Yeah. I think I figured out what I want to call the when you know somebody's done a crime and it's like really, really heinous, and you think to yourself, man, I hope that fucking guy dies. I hope they get him and you know, really put it to him. I figured out a way of being able to say that I'm going to start using from now on. They should give him some electric therapy. That's right. Electric therapy for that dude, because that's what he needs. Yeah. What else you got? What else you got?
I'm actually kind of working on something right now.
Okay.
And what it is well, I'll just come out and tell you. The guy from Benson died.
Yeah.
How do you say his name?
Robert Guillaume.
Guillaume.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, next part I have to do is go to the music and find The Who.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
I can't think of anything funny to say about Benson.
Yeah, the music at the... Oh, you can think he could probably get... Yeah, my wife is so convinced that that's actually also the song for Lucky Charms. Frosted Lucky Charms, they're magically delicious.
It might be.
Yeah, it could be. No, that's the Old Spice theme, though.
No.
Yeah, that's the Old Spice theme.
Oh,
they're very, very close to one another. She's right. They are very, very close to one another, but, yes... Oh, I saw what's his face. Crap, who's the guy? The country singer.
Garth Brooks?
Always wears the hat. Very skinny. I want to say his first name's Brad, but I don't think it is. Paisley? Brad Paisley.
Brad Paisley?
Yeah. He did a song. I thought it was pretty cool. He actually had a comedy special, I believe, where he got to bring out other comedians who did their shtick or whatever. But he did in between. He did some songs that he wants to create. He says one song he wrote was, "You were the apple of my eye, the beautiful blue to my sky. You were my first cousin." Yeah, so that was pretty interesting. I thought he was pretty funny. That whole deal was pretty good. Yeah. Oh, street sweeper, I believe you can get my street so clean.
Oh, street sweeper.
That's right. Sing it.
I believe you can get my streets clean.
Yeah.
The song's going through my head now.
Yeah, I know, right? You get that fucking Dreamweaver stuck there. You know, my luck's so bad, it could be raining vaginas and I'd only be hit by penises. That's right. Life sucks when that happens. So, yeah, okay.
It's raining vaginas and I happen to step on a crack.
Yeah, I still found fucking concrete. Yeah, I'm still... Oh, man. Okay. I think we should come up with... Yeah.
It's starting to sprinkle vaginas now. Oh, that's gross.
I got some stuff here. Here's some interesting stuff, just real quick. Things to fuck people up.
All right.
This is one of those things that's just like, this stuff could really screw people's minds up. When I'm walking in front of a stranger and turn a corner, I sprint the first couple of bit for 10 seconds or whatever it is I had a lead on them. So that way when they come around, they can't come around the corner, they can't see me, or they can, but I'm really, really far ahead.
And they think, how the hell?
Yeah, exactly. They get really weirded out. I make up phrases that are supposed to sound profound and deep, but are actually just saying nonsense. For example, I might say, well, as they always say, the grass doesn't care how close it grows to the fence post. The person will attempt to interpret it, and perhaps on some superficial level, the analogy might make some sense.
And if it gets through to him in that way, well, then your job is done here.
Exactly. It's so profound, the stuff you've told me. So profound. When people are talking to me, I just very slowly open my mouth until they just start to notice, then I close it. So like if you're at a group in a party and the people are talking and you're just sitting there, just start... And then when they turn, you go... Just close it up. Mess their asses up. They totally are flipping out. Find if you have a woman that you know that's 8 months pregnant and you just want to play a kind of cruel trick, go into a grocery store and have her stand over something that got spilled going, ow, 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 ow. 10 people will flip out because they think she's going into labor. I will make somebody's picture. Oh, I think I read this one before. I'll make somebody's picture crooked, and when they go up and fix it, I'll redo it. And every time they go up to it and try to fix it, I'll keep continuously moving it so that it looks like it's fucked up. And when they fix it, I'll shift it in another direction to make them think that they overcorrected. Just keep going back and forth, back and forth. If you work with the public, dramatic and entitled adults hate a soothed voice and a slow, condescending head nod. So in other words, somebody's like, no, wait a minute. Not a jerk, but when people are unreasonable, I absolutely refuse to argue. The approach will get under people's skin 10 out of 10 times. So in other words, if somebody comes up to you and they're like, oh my God, I bought this stupid thing there at this store and I took it home and I was trying to use it and it broke. It's such a piece of shit. Okay, I completely understand that, sir. Would you like to go ahead and replace it? Or would you just like to get your money back? And they just start getting fired up even more because they're looking at you like.
I wonder if that would go ahead. Start with that easy calm.
Right.
I understand your problem, sir. I understand your frustration. Would you like another product, or would you like your money back? And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to paint these little happy trees. Go aheid, make them start to think that you're nuts, and they'll drop it and leave.
I had a drive on the bus today. The guy behind me wouldn't stop kicking my chair over and over and over. He kept kicking it over and over and over. And it was a mistake, so we're just going to make it not a mistake. We're going to make it some happy birds right up here. Happy birds over these happy trees. Look at that tree. Totally freaking the fuck out. All right. You could do this. This would be something you could do at work. Walk into somebody you know at work and just be like, you ever have that feeling of deja vu? And then just turn around and walk away. And then a week later, walk into the same guy. Be like, you ever have that feeling of deja vu?
One thing I've always wanted to do, I don't know why, walk into a diner or a convenience store or some kind of small business like that. Just walk in, hey, McFly!
I always thought what would be really cool is if you're in a place that's kind of quiet and everybody's kind of, sitting there eating their food or whatever, and you just overreact to the fact you can't find your car keys.
Motherfucker, they were right here. Where the fuck are they at?
People will just go ape shit. They'll just be like, oh my God, I think he's going to hit his wife.
That reminds me of a game me and Laurel used to play.
Oh, no.
I actually had some fun times with her.
Yeah.
We'd be driving along. One night in particular in Hanover, where the Hess gas station is or was. It might not even be there anymore.
Yeah, it's still there, but it's
Speedway?
Yeah, it's like a 76 now or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're talking about the one out on the north end of town.
Yes.
Across from McDonald's.
Yes.
Yeah, I gotcha.
We'd pull in there, and I would fake yell at her. I told you 100 times not to pay that. And people started looking like I was going to pound her in the head.
Just beat the living shit out of her, but not really. You're just going to be like, damn it, woman, if I have to fucking tell you again. People ask you, are you okay? You're like, yeah, I'm fine. What? Get real quiet, real mellow. Yeah. It's good. No, it's all good.
It's good.
She made a mistake, but then we turned it into happy trees.
And then we smoked them.
Yeah, I read this one before where you and a group of friends are walking down the street by somebody, and then the first person goes, wake up, it's a dream. And then everybody else behind them goes, wake up, it's a dream. And the person starts getting freaked out because now they think it's a dream.
Here's a good one. It's a Halloween-ish kind of prank.
Here we go. What do you got?
Find yourself a little statue or some kind of pedestal or something that's about child height.
Yeah.
And if you put a sheet over it and give it a little pumpkin, give it a little trick or treat.
Yeah.
Container, pumpkin shaped container. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so it looks like a child trick or treating.
Right.
Put it to the door. Ring the bell and hide it in the bushes.
Yeah, yeah. That one's good. That one's good. Let them be like, oh, sweetheart, here, I'm going to go ahead and give you some stuff.
Do I know you? And it's not answering.
Yeah. Okay, you're more than creepy, little child. Yeah, that's fucked up. I can see that happening, though.
I wish trick-or-treating was for adults.
I know, right?
Actually, it started out as for adults.
Did it?
It started out as hoodlums going around this time of year. And if kids aren't hoodlums, kids aren't going to come to your house. Give us candy.
Right.
Actually, they probably wanted some other kind of food, not candy.
Yeah.
Or we're going to do such and we're going to kill your chickens.
Yeah. There's not enough tricking in trick or treating. It's always like, okay, I'm just going to give you this candy. Go the fuck away. You know?
Jeff and Dan putting the trick in trick or treating.
Come on, baby. I'm only $50.
Go turn some trick or treats. Or go turn some trick or treaters.
We're just going to call you John. Everybody in your group's now called John. What do you think about that? When you're eating out with someone and they get up to go get another drink of a drink or answer the phone, etc., turn their plate around 180 degrees.
I bet they wouldn't even notice.
Exactly. They'd probably be like, wait a minute. Because I don't know about you, but I do that. I put my meat usually so that it's like right closer to me, and then like my vegetables up on the top. So if you flip my plate around, I'm probably definitely going to notice, and I'm probably going to look around like, what the hell?
I don't think I would notice. I have no kind of I don't do that with I don't do that with my food.
No situating of your food.
No.
Ooh.
However, I do have one thing with food: it cannot touch.
Yeah.
Like the baked beans cannot touch the mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
I mean, it used to be a serious crime when I was 12.
Yeah.
Now, not so much anymore, but I still do not let stuff mix.
Right.
And I don't know why that is.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know. I just I tend to throw everything together. I mean, just, you know, if it's something that's appropriately thrown together, like macaroni and cheese and peas, you know what I mean? I throw that together, no issues. Right. I know it's weird, but a lot of people are like, that's... Yeah. But I eat that. Because it's old casserole from the 70s. Like, everybody be like, I'm making a casserole, and it's not even really a fucking casserole. You're just like, it's just peas and macaroni and cheese and whatever meat you decided to throw in there.
Tuna or spam.
Exactly. Ooh, yeah, spam. Ugh. I mean, just one thing my kids will never have to ever deal with, and I have been trying to get my wife to let me buy some.
What?
Spam.
Really?
Yeah. I've been telling them, like...
Your family has never had spam?
Never had spam. At least... No, I don't think they ever have. I don't think any of the kids have. I know my wife and I have, but not...
Does she like it?
No, she hates it. That's why I said when I'm trying to let me buy it, she won't let me buy it. She doesn't like any kind of meat in a can. It took her almost a decade to start liking chicken in a can, if that tells you anything. And what it took was a really great recipe for chicken salad sandwiches. And she threw all this shit together and made them, and they were phenomenal. I mean, they were really good, dude, to the point where I was like, I'm stuffed, but I really want to eat another one. You know what I mean? Kind of that kind of shit. But yeah, she will not eat meat in a can. She doesn't like it. She thinks...
I don't eat in the bathroom either. No, well, actually, it's probably not as healthy. Or should I say you shouldn't eat as much of that meat in the can as you should other fresh products.
Right, yeah.
But I eat corned beef hash.
Yeah.
But then something else, well, like diabetics and weightlifters have to be careful with this.
Right.
When you buy meat in a can, you may think you're getting all 100% protein.
Yeah, but you're not.
You're not.
Yeah. Sometimes it's a little bit of filler.
With roast beef hash or corned beef hash.
Corned beef hash.
Half of that is potatoes, right off the top.
Exactly.
So
starches and meats, man. Dude, I love corned beef hash. My family, they fucking hate it, dude. They're like, dude, are you like frying fucking Alpo out here? Because, dude, it does smell a lot like dog food. It's very strange.
Maybe so, but
it's the best.
Nobody here in this room can say it tastes like dog food.
Exactly. Throw a couple of a couple of eggs on top of that, and
that's what my wife does. She doesn't eat it, but she'll make it for me. She'll cook the corned beef and hash.
Yeah.
And then she'll scoop it. So then she'll arrange it so there's like a little indentation in the middle.
You're like a valley or a dip. Yeah.
And then crack an egg in it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's what you guys do
Yeah,
too.
I do it. Well, no, they don't. I do. Only me. I'm the only one that does it.
You're the only one that eats it?
The only one that eats it.
Your boys don't even eat it?
My boys don't even eat it, but I'm pretty sure I could probably get them to.
One day when they're hungry.
Yeah, exactly. Because I don't think they appreciate.
Does anybody in your family eat lunch meat?
Yes, everybody.
Are you a regular consumer of lunch meat?
No. It was a special occasion, if anything. As a matter of fact, we went to Sam's Club today and purchased 2.5 pounds of ham for $6.
Wow.
I was like, what the fuck? I was like, because I kept looking around at all the other meat and everything else is like $12 for like 2 or 3 pounds. And I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, this is crazy. I am buying that. Even though I know I probably won't eat half of it, I'm still going to buy it.
You still made your money. Or made your money.
You made out.
You still got your money's worth if you only eat half of it.
Exactly.
£1.50 or £1.25 for $3.
Damn right. So I had to eat that, man. I had to get that. So I'm going to be making some fucking sandwiches. Ham and cheese sandwiches all week. I can deal with that. I'm one of the only people on the planet who, as a child, had a babysitter who tended to like to put ketchup on just about everything, including ham and cheese sandwiches. I put mayonnaise, mustard, and ketchup on it, just like you would pretty much kind of like a Big Mac or whatever. If I had Big Mac sauce, I'd throw it on there.
I put mayonnaise on my ham and cheese sandwiches.
Yeah, see? Yeah. It's like that or turkey sandwiches.
And I have put mustard on my ham and cheese sandwiches.
Right. That's very common. German if you put mustard, American if you put mayonnaise. Yeah, so it's like, I don't care. I'll eat it with ketchup if I have to. Every once in a while, I catch myself thinking, man, this would be so much better with X, Y, or Z. And usually X is like ketchup. I'm like, okay, I'm going to throw a little ketchup on it. But like hot dogs, I refuse to eat ketchup on hot dogs.
Why?
I don't like it.
Well, actually, I have read somewhere that the general consensus is that ketchup robs the hot dog flavor.
Yes.
Ketchup can rob a lot of flavors.
Sure. Exactly.
But I don't know. I enjoy hot dogs many ways. Mustard, sometimes just with onions.
Yeah.
Sometimes with ketchup, mustard, and onions.
Right.
Sometimes up my ass. Sometimes with relish.
Ew.
Sometimes
I don't think I want to eat that one.
Sometimes I get a whole pack of hot dogs and pretend they're the New York Knicks.
So you got the quarter pounders, huh?
That was horrible.
I know, right?
That was terrible.
The Knicks. Nicking my ass. Nicking fuckers. New York nicking fuckers. Anyway, yeah, so, but yeah, no, every Wednesday or Thursday, if I leave work, I tend to say out to my employees, hey, or my coworkers, I'll be like, hey, man, I'll see you guys on Monday. Wednesday or Thursday.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a day left in the week or whatever, and they're just like, they're trying to think that is today Friday or
did he request off?
Yeah, he's on vacation. I guess that's going to be pissing him off. I like adding dishwash. Oh, this is a good one. Dishwashing liquid to fountains.
Oh yes,
yes, that's a good one.
Just don't get caught.
Yeah, because if you
don't get caught.
Yeah, they don't tend to take that.
And that's why God made nighttime.
That's right. And I guess that was Satan that more or less made nighttime.
Actually, if you read your Bible, dark already existed.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then God made light.
Light, right. Light was the first thing to come out of it, right. Here's an interesting thing. I don't know if you've seen them. If you can get them, it's great. Right now, especially because it's Halloween. But if you go in and you take someplace like Target or Walmart or something like that, and you go into their Halloween section, they have these pretty much like life-size skulls. Not skulls, I mean skeletons. The whole skeleton kit, basically. They also sell one that's just packaged its bones that are apart, so you can like lay them around or whatever. I was thinking, man, how cool would that be to like fucking go and dig a shallow grave, and then move out of your house and leave that shallow grave sitting there, and the people be like, "What is that? Why does it look like?" And then they dig shit up, and they're like, "Oh my god! Oh my god! There's somebody dead! Oh my god!"
I got a better one.
Yeah,
I got a better one.
Go for it.
Do that.
Yeah,
but before you bury that plastic skeleton,
yeah,
take a whole bunch of raw meat and dump it down there. That way, when the police get the cadaver dogs.
Like, oh my God, we smell meat. What is that? What is that? Something's decaying down there. What is it? Oh yeah, there it is. We found it.
Those dogs are amazing.
Oh
yeah, they find stuff that's been dead for years.
Exactly.
And they can tell you
exactly where it's at.
Yeah, and their sense of smell is so keen they can even train the dogs when they go into a car or something.
Right.
And they'll suddenly sit down.
Yeah.
That means that
this is the spot.
Well, it depends on how you train them. Right. The article I just recently read is where someone was killed.
Oh, wow.
Or there was death or something in there.
Something happened.
Yeah.
Huh.
So, dogs are just amazing with their smell. They can smell explosives.
Yeah. Yeah. They train them to be able to smell all that.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
Honeybees can smell explosives too. The only problem is they don't work in the cold.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing though. If you have a child that's type 1 diabetic, they could have service dogs. And the service dogs can actually tell when the child is low on insulin.
By smell.
Yeah.
Do they have to smell their breath or their ass?
No, they just sniff them. They just automatically know by sniffing them whether or not they're low on insulin, whether or not they need to be taken care of. And they will go and tell somebody, if somebody's around, I take it, that the child is low on insulin and is getting ready to crash.
Hi, Johnny. I'm your doctor.
Yeah.
And this here is your doctor, too. Say hello to Dr. Rover.
Dr. Rover, he's going to give you a paw. And when you get older, Johnny, you're going to learn about bestiality. He's going to teach you everything about it.
I'm Dr. Rover. He's Dr. Bendover. Together, we're going to give you a bone.
Bend over, Rover.
That wasn't very nice.
I know the doctor's office of Bend over, Rover. I still like that one, the best Chewbacca impersonation. If you have like a contest, put a little flyer out that basically says, we want you to do your best Chewbacca impersonation, call this number and leave a message. And then on that number, leave like somebody you really hate. Have them coming in and like, what the fuck is this, man? So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yes. So, yeah, I'm going to save the rest of these for another time then.
Okay.
I think we're going to kind of call it a night. It wasn't too bad.
Yeah, but getting back in the saddle is a little bit rough.
Yes.
But we're back in the saddle even more.
Back in the saddle again. All right. So
and I guess we're going to be doing more Halloween stuff next week. Tune in next week. Maybe we'll do Gay Up the Tunes.
Yeah, hopefully.
Halloween style.
Halloween styles. It's a vampire with a lisp. Please let me suck your neck.
I'm not even scary.
I want to suck your neck. You want to suck my dick? No, I want to suck your neck. Oh. Okay. I thought you want to use my shit like a straw. Anyway. Have you an outro for tonight, sir?
No, just a common and just a goodbye.
Okay, well, let's do that.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to the Halloween show. JeffandDan.com, Jeff and Dan Show. Tune in next week. We might do Gay Up the Tunes. We might not. We might even go trick-or-treating, or we might even have a couple of trick-or-treaters here. It's all wait to be seen. So tune in next week, Wednesday, 7 o'clock, JeffandDan.com. And finally, folks, have a good night and a great week.